Hi guys, this is Casey Trading. I'm trading the Nasdaq futures during the London session, and I was able to identify a key candle which really helped me to take some good trades. I'm using my own indicator for this, which you can see here, and this is what my system is based on. Hopefully it's clear which candle is giving us a key level. It is of course this one with the big spike here. So let me show you what I drew. So this is the key level, and this is the latest trade I'm in. So let me explain to you why I identified this as a key level. Okay, so the timing on this intro couldn't be better. I actually hit my profit target while talking about this key level. So let me first explain what my indicator is showing. Basically, it is showing us how much resistance there was for the price movement in one candle, according to the volume. So in this case, this candle, it doesn't have that much volume, but for this amount of volume, we were actually expecting a little bit bigger movement in the price candle, but that didn't happen. So actually, the trend that was going on was stalling, and we saw some resistance forming on this price level. So identifying these key levels with my indicator is only the first part of my system. Because now that we know that there is a key level, we don't actually know what the market is going to do next. We have to wait a bit and see what the price action is telling us. In this case, we had this really big uptrend right here, and now we're going into a little pullback, a downtrend. So my first guess would be that we could actually reverse this small downtrend and go further up. So that is also what my bias would be. I would be biased for the long side. Now what actually happens right here on the next candles is we actually break this resistance level and we start to chop a little bit for the next minutes here. So that's not that good. But when we get to these candles, you actually see that we break this level. So when I see this is something that happens a lot. We get this key level and then the market will test it a little bit further. And then suddenly we get a big movement up right here, which breaks this level. And then you just have to watch if you can keep this level. So if the next lows are higher than this level. And this is exactly what's happening here. So here I took a long at the close of this candle. And for my profit target, I was thinking about a breakout, a possible new high of the day. So I think I put it at, something like this, now 88. And for the stop loss, I wanted to not break this key level. So if you want to be really safe, you could put it right here, because that's the low below this chop. But if you want to take an aggressive scalp, you would just say that it needs to hold this resistance level, otherwise I'm not long anymore. So, and this is what I did. So I put it at this level, 79. And then what happened, you can see right here, it didn't reach my profit target. But when you're scalping, and this is also an important part of my system, I will always trail my profits very aggressively. So here we had some chop for the next minutes, which was okay. And then suddenly we had this green candle, which continued upwards even more. So when this happened, I already moved my stop loss to about, I think it was 84. And what happened here was this really big downwards candle spike. It triggered my stop loss, so we got out for a small profit. Now, what actually was happening right here looked like stop loss hunting, because we already made our bias that we were expecting the market to go long, but then we get this really big red candle, which has a lot of volume actually, but because we have our indicator, I'll just put this there, our indicator is showing us actually that for this amount of volume, which is a lot compared to the other candles, this is actually the price movement that we're expecting. So this is not really an unexpected candle. This is not a resistance candle or anything like that. So actually I know that this happens a lot. It gets pushed down just to test the new trend that is forming. Also, you could see that the previous candle right here actually did have a lot of resistance. And so this could be why we had this big drop down lower. And this is also something that you can scalp, but you have to be really fast, because this key level, this is what you see a lot, it's getting tested, and then we actually break it. And so we are going into an uptrend, but it will always try to test this level again. And this is exactly what happened here, but it actually went a lot further down. So what happened next was it went really low, and then started to chop a little bit for these minutes, and then we see this really big candle, which actually breaks this key level again upwards. So this to me is also a very clear signal that this was not actually a real reversal. We're not going to continue more downwards. Actually, I took a long right here again. And I put my profit target again at 88. And for my stop loss in this case, I put it a little bit lower. I went, I think, about 77. And then you can see that we actually did continue upwards, and I was able to close my trade out at 88. So after this, the market actually reversed and tested this level again. I didn't take any trades here because I was getting ready to make this recording. But you can see that this key level is again holding right here. So this to me would actually look bullish again. But then we get this candle and this one, which actually means that we went through this key level and it's looking like strong movement downwards. So in this case, I would indeed try to go short. But I didn't take this trade, so I was just watching. The market goes sideways again. We see some big candles. We're actually seeing that we're not testing this key level again. So that to me looks like it's going to continue more downwards. And indeed, that is what's happening right here. And then we see this candle. So it actually breaks this small range with this red candle, and it's showing a little bit of resistance and high volume. What happens next is we get this kind of doji candle, green candle. So this would look to me like it would reverse and go upwards again. But we actually see, like right here, there is another really big downwards trend in 3 candles. And then finally the market finds a bottom. But I was not able to predict anything of this. I'm just seeing now that there is maybe a small level right here. We tested it again, and now it's going upwards. So let me draw this level right here. But it's a big candle, so you have to consider the whole range of the candle as a key level, or at least the open and the close. What you can see after this big move down is we get actually aggressive green candles up. So that's a good signal. I wouldn't take a trade anywhere here, because I don't know if we come to the top of this level, it might actually reverse again, because it looks like a downtrend channel is forming. But after you see this, so this green candle, that's a very convincing signal that we're actually breaking this level and making an upward trend. And so right here, because this is another green candle, I took a long position. And another reason why I would go long here is because we have this key level. And these key levels can always act as magnets which attract the price. So we get this small resistance level right here after we went downwards from this key level. And then we actually making a new bottoms on this key level. And there is a key level, an important key level above it. So that's also a good condition to go long. And that's exactly what I did here, and what you were seeing in the intro. I hit my profit target right there. And what happened next was we hit this key level, and it actually started to act as a resistance level. You can see it right here. The market went down a little bit, but then we get this huge green candle and another green candle that actually breaks this level. To be certain, we actually also need to break this level. And that is exactly what is happening here. We're making a new low, a local bottom on this key level. And this to me also looks very bullish, especially if you see a candle like this. So in this case, I didn't take this trade, but it would be logical if you use my system to go long right after this. the close of this one, because that's a bullish signal, and you would put your stop loss at either the top of this key level, or actually I would put it in this case at the bottom. And for profit target, I would again look at something like 90, or yeah, you can guess that maybe it wants to make a new high of the day, which is actually trying to do right now. Either way, the market doesn't really retrace that much, so it's a very safe trade in this case, and you get a lot of profit from this. Now, as you can see right here, my indicator is showing another resistance level, so it's on this candle, and it's close to the high of the day. So this is a little bit difficult to predict what will happen next, because we're seeing really fast green continuation. So that's actually a really strong signal that the market will continue. But it's possible that we would actually reverse here again, maybe again to this key level. It would depend on what the market will do right at this new smaller resistance level. So as you can see, in this case I would go long here, because this is also something that happens a lot. It tries to test this local key level and then it will continue upwards. So in this case I would put my stop loss at something like this, 86. And I would aim for a new high of the day. So let's see what happens next. So the market is moving up, but not really that much. I was expecting actually a faster move up. So right here I would just take my profits, or at least move my stop loss to 90, for example. Okay, so as you can see right now, broke through our stop loss, so we got out with only a small profit, actually almost break even. Now what I'm thinking here is that, yeah, we have this level, which is a little bit of resistance, but we're actually in a big upward trend now for, yeah, almost an hour, and it's making this perfect channel almost. When this happens, it sometimes happens that the market will try to break this channel downwards. And now in this case, we have this key level again, which was not really tested right here. So actually, I would expect that this would go more downwards right here, maybe go all the way back down to this key level before it would go back upwards again. So in this case, it's actually, I would try to take a short with a really tight stop loss. So let me draw that. So I'll put the profit target at about 82. And for my stop loss, I don't really want it to go higher than, well, actually the high of this candle right here. So that's 90, but 90 might be too tight. So let's put it on 91. Okay, now let's see what happens next. Just to be clear, I'm still thinking that we're in an upwards trend on a longer time frame, but it would be logical for the market to do a test again, maybe to this key level, but yeah, it could be also only halfway there, because if we are in a bullish uptrend, then it would make a new higher low, so it would not actually go all the way back to this key level. So we can see that we're already making some profits. So in this case, because I'm scalping, I would have to make a decision if I would put my stop loss at break even or not. I want to give it some more room, because it actually looks like we're breaking this local resistance level. And it's looking like a strong break, so I would think that it would go at least a little bit further. Yeah, so right here I would move my stop loss. I can't show this in TradingView, but I would put it like at 86, something like that. Okay, as you can see, our stop loss got triggered right here. We saw a little bit of resistance right here because the indicator is showing a little spike. And because of that, we're seeing now a green candle. That's okay. What's actually more important is how is the market going to react to this resistance level. This might actually be another good opportunity to go short. But it's important to see if it breaks this upwards, yeah, then we might actually go back to this upwards channel and we will continue higher. But it would also be a possibility that the market will actually go lower and again test this key level. So in this case, I would also try to scalp a short with a really tight stop loss. So we're like right here now, and I would put the stop loss at, yeah, so this is the local resistance candle, and it has a high of 89.75, so I'll put it on 90, but it's never a good idea to put a stop loss on a round number like that, but for the sake of this example, I'll just put it here. And so for the profit target, I'm taking the top of this key level, so that's 81.25. So let's see what happens. So I'm actually in the process of trying to make some more educational videos about the system I'm using, specifically to scalp Nasdaq futures on a very low time frame, so 1 minute. Hopefully this video showed some nice examples and how this key level is giving us all these great trade setups. I was able to show you these trades, which already happened, and then I was also able to show you these live trades, which turned out to be all very green actually, because this one is also already 4 points in profit, so that's really nice. So if you like this video and you want to see more, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I am trading with Apex Trader Funding. I have a funded PA account there. That's what I'm trading on Tradeovate. I don't actually trade in TradingView. If you want to use my affiliate link for Apex Trader Funding to sign up for them, they are having some discount codes right now. I think it's 80% off. So if you want to start an eval account right there, you can use my affiliate link if you want to support me, or use the code in the description below. Okay, so we actually hit our profit target right here. Okay, so we actually hit our profit target right here. So this is another really great trade. When you're scalping like this, you can take 6 points like that. That's a really nice trade. I'm not going to continue this video, but now we would have to look at what is happening at this key level. It might actually reverse right here again. I wouldn't be surprised if this happened. And yeah, you can see that there's already some resistance building up right here, and then maybe we will continue upwards to this trend. So yeah, it would be possible that we try to test 16,000. So let me give you an update what happened while I was editing the YouTube video. So we took our short right here and we actually hit our profit target perfectly, and guess what happened next? Well, we started to bounce off this key level, and it actually is respecting this level perfectly. So as you can see, we have some chop. It's going up and down. I would definitely try to go long right off of this level anyway. Right here, I would have already gone long with at least this as a profit target. But like I said, I think this was just a test of this channel, and it actually wants to continue upwards. We're also in a very big bull run if you look at the daily on the Nasdaq. So this is also why I have a long bias. And as you can see, we actually go a lot higher here. Also notice that we're seeing another resistance candle, this one. And what price level is it happening? Well, exactly at this price level, which we already detected as a key level. And then you can see again what's happening. So you could say that this is an uptrend, then we have a little downtrend. We have this new level that we break up. We actually have to retest it. So that's what was happening in the beginning also. So this is a retest of this level, but then we have this candle, which is actually ending above this key level. And then we have this really big green candle. So this is also a very bullish signal that we're going to break. And because we're at the high of the day, it actually breaks up a lot higher. So yeah, this is the power of my indicator and the system that I'm using.